G'day YouTube. I was just poking around the greenhouse and thought I'd bring you guys along for a quick tour. Been a nice cooler day here. It was 38 degrees yesterday and now we're at I think 25 today, if that. Around and I'll take you for a walk through and see what's changed since last time we were in here. Got a nice Maxima Dark Cross Trasmadiensis. Some in here, another fresh one popping there. Truncata Jacquelinei behind that. And Truncata Hamada or Predator from EP. This is the original one, original Grex. Looking absolutely stunning. You can see I've got quite a few flowers here. That's Platykyla in flower there. Vergellii. Spectabilis cross Platykyla. And Peltata cross Platykyla. And further down, you'll see the Lolii veitchii is flowering again, and lots of veitchii actually. So things are getting pretty exciting on the breeding front. I'm trying to do quite a few pure species at the moment, along with some beautiful hybrids as well. Speaking of beautiful hybrids, Hamada veitchii from Pitcher and Moss is looking gorgeous. The peristome's just starting to finish colouring out to red. You can see the slightly older picture there. What else we got in here? This section's getting very crowded. You can see a whole bunch of Amorphophilus in here. There's some seedlings, some little indoor style plants, and just a lot going on. So I'll try and touch on most things. There's a Lolii veitchii tivii cross Platykyla, looking gorgeous there. Another picture in there. Nice bonsai picture. This is the best one I've had so far. It's not getting the same light it used to, so I'm not sure if it's going to colour up like the older ones did, but we'll see. It's still pretty fresh. And Platykyla, or Hamada Platykyla, also from Pitcher and Moss. Gorgeous there. Nice little Lolii veitchii. Obviously a smaller one than my big breeder. The always gorgeous Lolii ventricosa. It's actually a cutting. I decided to keep a couple of cuttings for myself for this. I've got my big ones outside now, but I love having it in the greenhouse. You just can't have enough of it. Peltata edwardsiana from EP. This thing is amazing. I just love the underside of the leaves on this. You've got the nice dark green tops and then the wine red undersides. It's just such a gorgeous plant. It really comes through on the Peltata hybrids. You can see I got a bit of cobwebs. There's a lot of spiders living in here, but I think some of them will do eat pests. So if I do get any in here, hopefully they help control them. Nice Lolii campanulata here, looking very Trosmadiensis-ish with those teeth and colour. And the ants are getting to the exudate before I can see it, unfortunately. I have had a little bit on this plant, but since the ants have found it, that's it. I don't see any more. You can see a Taliensis cross glandulifera flower sticking up there. It's got a second one here. I think I saw a third one coming somewhere. I might be wrong though. What else in here? Another Peltata. So it's a bit tangled up, but Peltata Jacquelinei. I wish I got more of these. This is such an amazing cross. It almost looks like a slightly taller Jacquelinei, but it's getting way more size and growing way faster. And plus, it's got those beautiful wine red undersides of the leaves. The growth tip is nice and red, and the leaves even open this sort of really dark colour before they green off. What else is hiding in there? Seems to be a lot of peltata hybrids along here. This is peltata cross Naga Bongzo from EP, courtesy of Ivan's Orchids. Looking awesome. Might be due for a pot up soon. It's been in there for a little while. Now, some stuff's not looking great, so there's nothing nice on that seedling there. There's a nice picture coming. This is actually a second of that Predator or Hamada truncata from EP. I took cuttings of it recently off this vine, and it's just starting to grow back in. This is a beautiful Veitchii Malu. I'm not even sure how he's had Melial Basin. Just beautiful, big candy stripe peristome, and this flowered recently, so I'm going to use it as a male, so I'm going to use it in quite a few hybrids, I think. Though it's a bit hard when I've got the squat Vario forms as well. Oh, sorry, just dropped the camera there. Absolute stunning tentaculata here. This just got a repot, but it's starting to get a bit of size to it. New picture coming there. It's just such a gorgeous little species, and such a weird shaped mouth as well. Got another Veitchii hiding back in here. Let's see if I can see. Check out the size of that peristome in there. It's not the biggest picture in the world. I think this is the Bow Lowlands. I think not going to be able to get it out, but you might be able to make out there's a Clippiata back there as well. There's another one here, so I can show that one off. It's a massive leaf jump on it recently. And some nice sized pictures. It's such a gorgeous plant. How cool is that shape? And it's so nice and furry, the pictures, almost velvety. This is a new one from EP. Rocco Boschiana Veitchii cross Edwardsiana. And I've seen, this is their second time they've made this. Most of the crosses they make with this RVB, the mouth almost closes up because the peristome gets so big, so it'll be interesting to see how this matures. There are a whole lot of pictures on Maxima Dark cross Aristolochoides. Gorgeous there. Here's another one of my Lolii ventricosa cuttings that I kept. It's such an awesome hybrid. I definitely think everybody needs to have this in their collection. It's just fast growing, looks amazing, easy to care for. You just can't beat it. Veitchii Vogelii. Starting to put on a bit of size, and just a beautiful peristome on this. I think I just remade that back on the Vogelii spike, but using my big red Veitchii M, so super excited about that. Little Stonophylla here. If a customer bought this, or bought seeds that were labelled Mollis, it clearly isn't Mollis. I don't think it's even a hybrid. I'm assuming it's Stonophylla at the moment. If it is, it's a very nice form of it. Very interesting to see how that grows out. There's a few odds and ends hiding back there. Another Clippiata. Can't really get to. I can get to this though. Gotta get this one out to show. It's the Veitchii Lolii Clippiata. Gorgeous candy stripe peristome. Again, the ants are absolutely loving it. I do get exudate on one of these every now and then, but yeah, the ants just annihilate anything that comes out. Unfortunately, the old picture's starting to melt, but this is a nice peltata here. Starting to get a bit of size on it. Not a huge plant yet, but slowly getting there. It did have a, barely see it now, but had a rat getting into the greenhouse that decided to chew through the side of the stem there. Thankfully, it looks like it hasn't affected it too much. And here is this absolutely massive flower spike on Lolio veitchii. This thing's been in flower for over a year now. This is its third round of flowers. You can see there a nice laurel with a cicada shell on it. And looks like a slug's been crawling around on that. But because this has been in flower so much for so long, I haven't got any new fresh pictures for quite some time. You can see there's another flower on the second growth point there. Beautiful veitchii burbigiae. I recently picked this up from Sydney Carnivores. I'm super happy. I've wanted this plant for a long, long time. Unfortunately, something bit the back of the picture out before I picked it up. It was in his greenhouse. But that should settle in nicely. I think there's a little basil starting on it down there too. And what else we got in here? A nice labicola there. Not much in the way of pictures. It looks like there's an upper or an intermediate coming, which will be interesting. And then a nice basil on Truncata lingulata. This picture actually opened up underneath a pot and got a bit twisted. And the one before that got chewed on by a caterpillar. So it's not having much luck here, but it's an absolutely gorgeous plant. It's just like a giant lingulata, just beautiful purple pitchers. So tall, and a much bigger peristome than lingulata. And the truncata parentage. Moving on to this here, which is a Boschiana cross Zachariana cross veitchii from EP. Another gorgeous one. I remade this as well because I just love that plant, so I had to remake it myself when I had the opportunity. I got a few plants in there. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you know I look after some plants for a friend of mine down in Tasmania. He'll fly up and pick these up soon and do the biosecurity treatments on them and take them down to enjoy them himself. Sitting up here, nice veitchii Boschiana cross Northiana. You'll see I've got a few of these outside as well. I might end up getting rid of this one actually. I've got 3 beautiful ones outside and I just don't need to keep so many of everything at the moment. I've got a lot of stuff coming from seeds. Ventricosa Jacquelineae, always a stunner. Another nice easy one. That just sits on top of my seedling shelf here. Regliana, it's an old Victorian cross. Not too much to look at now. I've got some ampularias and other things up there that aren't looking great. I've got to bring them down and tidy them up. I think this is a Viking cross Ampullaria Black Miracle. Still a nice little plant. Lolio truncata that I finally got my hands on. Though I wouldn't say no to getting a couple more of these. This is just such an amazing cross. Clean out the cobwebs. It just came in recently, so it doesn't have any pictures at the moment. This here is looking stunning. This is veitchii cross Northiana veitchii. Just absolutely beautiful plant. If you saw the parents of this Rex, you'd understand how it got there. My seedlings section, you would have seen in previous videos. Lots of stuff starting to germinate now. They've only been a couple of months, so I expect the germination amounts to pick up significantly over the next month or so. It's some super exciting hybrids and a few species I've made in there. Here's a little cutting of a Veitchii BE 3437, starting to get a bit of size there. I like having cuttings of some of my favourite plants. If anything ever happens and I lose the plant, it's good to have a spare as a backup. Some cute little platykyla here. I bought these three sort of in quite quick succession, with the intent I wanted a female to breed with, and not long after I got them, my big EP one started flowering female. So now I'm hoping that at least one of these is going to be male. That little Veitchii Hose Mountain there. Little this is the new one of the new Grexes. This is Predator C from EP. Just settling in. It should throw a few nice pictures shortly. You'll see underneath I've got tons of seedlings. Lowly Veitchii hybrids, a couple of Ventricosa hybrids, Spatulata hybrids, but all sorts of stuff growing out in there. Another nice Veitchii, Northiana Veitchii. This one's a little bit smaller still. Getting there. And nice new picture just starting to pop there on Veitchii M. Now the main growth doesn't have any good pictures at the moment due to the fact it's decided to flower here. But then if you look underneath this leaf, you'll see it's actually got three flowers, one after the other. So I dare say I'll be making a few nice crosses with that, which is super exciting. In behind there is just my cuttings. I tend to do my cuttings in bulk pots like this to save on space. And then once they've got some good growth, after about 3 or 4 months, I'll separate them out into individual pots. You can see I've cleared a bit of space there to do some new ones. Some Veitchii cuttings in there. Have a look at this. So, absolutely stunning peristome. How wide that is. It's my Veitchii K Cross M from Exotica. And it is just absolutely gorgeous. The peristome on this is just huge. I still can't get over it. And it's still not a big mature plant yet. Due to I've got 4 other Veitchii that are either in flower or have flowered for me, and they've all been male. So I'm absolutely praying that this thing is going to be a female for me, because I would love to get that into the breeding pool and make some of my own pure Veitchii. I might actually pop that one down. I say down, I'll hang it up high to get it out of the way, and we'll just have a look what's hiding in behind here. Some nice little Robmata or Rob Cantley cross Hamada. There's a little Jamban cutting in there from a mate. Some Izumio. Looks like the leaves on them colour up so quickly. Raja Veitchii, Truncata tentaculata. Raja Burt Velosa, which is slowly chugging along but not looking all that happy. Veitchii K Cross M. The second one, that I believe from Mike Fallen Seed, starting to show some stripes. A little Clipiata. Cute little Flava down here. This is a Ventricosa cross, but it's shaping up. They're going to be absolutely gorgeous. This Ventricosa Red cross Lavicola that I made recently. We've got some Vividio Rob Cantley, Raja Peltata, Veitchii Platykyla, spec platychila. A lot of these from Old World Botanicals down in Tasmania. They started releasing some BE stuff and absolutely gorgeous plants. I'm not even sure what a lot of these are without reaching the tags. It's a bit tricky. And some anthuriums and other stuff in here as well. There's another nice one of my crosses, which is Truncata lavicola. Starting to colour up nicely. There's not too stripy yet, but I imagine that's going to come through shortly. There's gorgeous Veitchii BE 3734. I just absolutely love the shape on this. This was actually the design for my company logo was based off this plant because the bulbous shape, you can see it in that picture, is just absolutely amazing. And the stripes, the peristome, just everything about this plant, and it's absolutely giant. I've got this Maxima wavy here. I think I need to get it into a bigger pot after I harvest these seeds. Got a few hybrids on there, but as you can see, it's in a slightly small pot for the amount of vine there. So I think once I get this into a bigger pot and settle it in, I'm imagining this basil will give me much bigger, happier growth. So looking forward to doing that. You got some more cuttings back there. These are ones that have all been separated out into individual pots. And unmistakably, Lowlii cross Edwardsiana. Just popping this fresh picture here. The candy striping and the teeth are just mind-blowing on this plant. It does darken up, goes a bit more solid colour once it ages a bit. And sitting above that is Truncata epiphyata, which is just gorgeous. And if you zoom in here, you start to get some nice lid bristles from the epiphyata parentage. And I'm just looking, it's sort of hard to see on the camera, but I'm hoping we can get some exudiate forming off that. It'll be interesting to see that happens. I know I've had it on my bigger plant that lives outside. Symbionsis isn't looking great. It's really improved since I moved it in front of this fan here. It just gets blasted with air movement. I moved my bigger one down here, and you can see here I'm directing the tendrils into my trays of moss, and hopefully having them landing in there will help them settle in and actually picture properly for me. Now you can see here another Predator C, or Hamada truncata from EP. This one did not skip a beat after arrival and just kept throwing pictures straight away. Nice little basil picture on this big Veitchii. Another Raja Burp Velosa. It was Burp Eddy, but I think it's the MT Burp Eddy, which by all understandings is most likely Burp Velosa. And last but certainly not least is this gorgeous Truncata cross nebularum from EP. This was a specimen plant I picked up in their last release. Sort of came in a bit twisted. I think it was caught in the box in a sort of odd shape, but that's all right. It'll settle in nicely. And check out the size of this picture. And that is just gorgeous. The new one there, some nice striping. And I imagine from here it's just going to explode in size. So I think that's covered pretty much in here. So I'll probably let you go there. Get back to I'm going to do some more pollinating on a few of the flowers. Harvest some more pollen, get that dried and stored for future breeding. And hope you'll have a great weekend and see you next time.